Yo, what is good on my fellow gamers? Godsend Killer here, bring you guys something a little bit different. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I upload a lot of Evolve content, but due to recent events with Metal Gear, I decided it was time to reinstall Metal Gear 5, record some gameplay, and talk about some good old Metal Gear. Now, I would have stayed away from uploading Metal Gear 5 because I hear Konami is getting silly with the flag hammer as far as flagging content on YouTube. But you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. So here's to hoping that I actually don't get flagged. Yeah, come on, Konami. Don't treat me like that, man. Been a Metal Gear fan for years. Don't do me dirty now. But anyways, guys, we're here to actually talk about the most recent news of Metal Gear, and that is Konami is deciding to continue the Metal Gear series even without Kojima. There's actually a job listing where they're looking for developers to make the next Metal Gear game. Now, a lot of people are seeing this and they're like going, holy crap, no, fuck Konami because they treated Kojima and his team like crap, and they're gonna boycott. A lot of people are saying they're gonna boycott the game. You know, will they actually do it when the game actually comes out? That's only time will tell with that, but I've seen a good amount of people already saying that. Now, before I get into my opinion, I wanted to just kind of share with you guys my Metal Gear history because Metal Gear is one of my favorite series of all time, if not the most favorite. It's hard to say if I can put this in my number one spot, but it's definitely one of my most favorite series of all time. I remember every time I used to go to my friend's house that would have a PlayStation 1, I would play Metal Gear Solid 1 every now and then, and it had such an impression on me that when I had my original Xbox, I told my mom like, hey, you might buy me Metal Gear Solid. And sure, she ended up buying it when she could, but instead of buying me Metal Gear Solid 1, she ended up giving me Metal Gear Solid 2 because, as you guys know, I believe Metal Gear Solid 2 was the only Metal Gear game that was available on the original Xbox. So, of course I was a little bit disappointed because Metal Gear Solid 1 was the one that I wanted. But after playing Metal Gear Solid 2, I was like, holy crap, this game is actually pretty damn good, if not better than the first one because of the improved controls and better graphics and whatnot. And ever since then, I've really just been a huge Metal Gear fan. I've always liked the games. I would say that at first I was a little bit disappointed in 3 because I wanted 3 to be a sequel and not a prequel. But after playing 3, it was one of those things like, damn, this thing, it may not have been a sequel to the actual story, but this game is freaking good. If I'm arguably probably one of the best Metal Gear games ever, Metal Gear Solid 3. But my point is, guys, is that I really do like the series. Like, this is one of my most favorite series of all time, and it's just something that always just resonated with me. It's just one of those games like, even though you may get tired of playing it, like beating it over and over, then eventually you just always come back. I always came back to it, and how many games can you say that with? There's not a lot of games where people would beat it. They may like it for now, but just go back to it eventually and play it again. Like, there's not a lot of games that have the impact, and Metal Gear was just that series that always just had that impact on me. It's just one of those things that I could never truly just put it down. I may put it down for a couple of months or even a couple of years, but I always came back to it. But anyways, getting back to the actual topic at hand. When I first heard that Konami is continuing to plan on continuing doing the Metal Gear series, part of me was a little bit happy because I'm like, hey, you know what? This is good because obviously me being a big fan of the Metal Gear series, I was happy to hear that it was going to continue. Because in my head, when Kojima announced that he made a deal with Sony and that he's going to be under Sony now, I thought that, that of course that was a good thing. I'm not going to sit there and hate on that. That's good that Kojima is finally free, and I wish the best for him. Hopefully he gets the creative freedom that he wants and is able to make the games that he wants. But when I heard that news, it hit me that it was pretty much an end of an era. I'm like, wow. So the Metal Gear series is finally over, and I know he said that Metal Gear 5 was the last one, but Kojima has said that a few times. He's kind of said that, hey, this is gonna be the last game, this is gonna be the last game, and of course, it always has continued. So even when he said that Metal Gear 5 was the last one, I always kind of hanged on to hope that, hey, maybe there's gonna be other one after this. Who knows? But after, you know, he had to spawn out with Konami and then finally signed with Sony, or, you know, partnering with Sony, I should say, it just kind of hit me that, man, Metal Gear is actually over, and it kind of made me sad a little bit, like, not like heartbroken, but it was kind of like, damn, man, that sucks. But then when I heard Konami, of course, you know, continuing the series, I was like, that's, you know, that made me happy a little bit. But then it hit me, oh shit, Kojima and his team are not the ones that are going to be making this game. It's going to be some new developers. So what in the hell is going to happen to the Metal Gear series? Are they going to continue the Metal Gear Solid series, or are they just going to go like, oh, let's just only make like these other branches of Metal Gear games, like kind of continuing with the Metal Gear Revengeance series, and then just do other things like that? I even heard talks of a Metal Gear Solid reboot. No, what are they going to do? Now, if they continue Metal Gear Solid series, my opinion is I think they would have to go with a reboot. I think that, you know, if they try to continue the story without Kojima's leadership, it's just not gonna really be that good, in my opinion, anyway. They could prove us all wrong and come out with a beastly Metal Gear game, but from where this is Kojima and his team's baby, you know, I doubt that this is gonna, you know, like a Metal Gear Solid 6. I don't know. I don't think that would be a good idea. They can try, but without Kojima's leadership, I just don't have faith, and that's really my thing, guys. I'll be keeping it real with you. As much as it's kind of cool to hear that they're continuing the series, I just don't know if it's gonna. I just don't have faith in them, really. And when I say continuing the series, I mean just continue Metal Gear. You know, I don't mean like, oh, there's gonna be a Metal Gear Solid 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, if I wasn't clear about that by now, I'm sure you guys knew what I was saying, but. Yeah, it could be anything for now. They could be making the Solid series continue, or it could be a reboot, or they can make remakes. You know, I would love to see a Metal Gear 1 and 2 remake, you know, just making a Fox engine. Well, I don't even know if they own rights to the Fox engine. I don't know if that's just solely Kojima's thing or if Konami owned that. I'm not really sure about the Fox engine, but I would love to see Metal Gear 1 and 2 like this, because the story is already there, so they don't have to touch up on the story that much. Just, you know, make the gameplay and the graphics better, obviously, and you got something that can make you money right there. But anyways, what can they do? You know, I guess this is something we have to wait and see, because honestly, like I said again, and I don't want to sound like I'm just constantly repeating myself, but I just don't really have faith. And in some ways for Konami, that's kind of a good thing, because then they can prove people wrong. You know, if they come at us really hungry, they can be like, hey, you know what? I know you guys don't think we can handle it, but we're going to find a good team of developers and we're going to knock this game off the park. And it could be one of the best Metal Gear games ever created. I doubt it, but it could happen, you know? I mean, they could. When you back somebody into a corner and they have a point to prove, that kind of brings out the best in some people, you know? So it's something that could very well happen. But I honestly do not know, guys. It's one of those things. So it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed feelings, because, like, again, I'm happy to hear the Metal Gear games are going to continue. But without Kojima and his team, is it even going to be Metal Gear? You know what I mean? Because they kind of knocked this game down to a science where it's just always gotten better, and better. And just their unique way of storytelling and stuff. It's what we Metal Gear fans come to expect, and I just don't know if we can get it from anyone else. And it's not to say that Kojima and his team are the only ones that can, you know, make a good game with a good story. I'm not saying that, don't get me wrong, but it's like Metal Gear is going to be putting on a new pair of shoes. No, these new pairs of shoes, are they going to be better than the old ones? Yeah, probably freaking not, man. You know, so it's just one of those things, guys. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Do you think that, you know, they can pull it off? And also, would you support a Metal Gear game that's not developed by Kojima and his team? Like, without Kojima's leadership, are you willing to support a Metal Gear game, a Metal Gear Solid game, whatever Metal Gears they have they have coming down the pipeline. Are you willing to support, or are you going to be one of those guys that's going to be boycotting the game? Are you happy to hear that they're going to continue on with the game, or it's something that just you feeling like me, like a mixed bag, or you just fuck Konami, we don't care about them at all, fuck those guys. You guys let me know in the comments below. But anyways, if you enjoyed seeing Metal Gear content, I will be trying to have some up here soon when the online version, Metal Gear Online, comes out for Steam. And I hope that the online version is actually pretty good, and I hope it has a healthy fan base, because I know that Metal Gear on Steam was popular for a good while. Like, there was a lot of people playing the game, so hopefully it's one of those things that can be something that we can play Metal Gear and hold on to it for just a little while longer, hang on to Kojima's last baby. Hopefully it's pretty good, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But until next video, you guys take it easy. Laters.